Hey, it's Paul James here, and in this video, I'm going to give you 4 questions that if you answer correctly, you'll be able to build whatever kind of business you want and be highly successful with it moving forward in 2017. All right, guys, so 2017 is here, and it got me thinking because I'm starting some new ventures of my own. I'm actually registering a trade name for a new brand, which you may learn about at some point. But anyways, it got me thinking because before I dive into anything new, I always ask myself 4 questions, and I believe that these 4 questions are what helped me grow my businesses to their current status. They've allowed me to live in a big house, drive nice cars, live the lifestyle that I want. And I don't really think like there's any like magic formula, but I think that it does come down to knowing the answers to these 4 questions. All right, so question number 1. What is it that you really want for your business and your financial goals? So what I mean by that is it's not just good enough to say that you want a successful business or that you want to make a lot of money, right? You need to actually define what it is you want. Like, you need to put that into quantifiable metrics because you can't measure success, right? You have to actually write down what success means to you in order to measure it. And same with making a lot of money, right? Like, making a lot of money is different. The definition is different to a lot of people. What I consider to be a lot of money might be a lot different than what you consider to be a lot of money. And your definition changes each year. So each year, my definition of a lot of money changes. I can guarantee you that what I defined as a lot of money 7 years ago or 6 years ago is a lot different than what I define a lot of money today. So decide and define what it is you want. How much money do you want to make? And an easy way to figure that out is to say, I want to live in this house. This is how much it's going to cost to live there. I want to drive this car. This is how much this car costs to buy. And then take that and break it down into something that's quantifiable, that you can measure. So how much do you need to be making every year to afford those things? How much do you need to be making every month or every week? Or even break it down to every day, right? And now you know exactly what it is that you're working towards. Okay, so question number 2 that you need to ask yourself is, what product or service do you have at your ability, or are you potentially thinking about getting into? And does that product or service or whatever business model you're thinking about pursuing, does it lend itself to be able to provide that kind of income that you just figured out in question 1? So what I mean by that is, let's say you were interested in starting a local marketing business. You know, roughly, let's say you charge a client $1,000 per month. How many clients do you need? Like, is it really doable to hit what you want to do income-wise? Or let's say you're interested in starting a Shopify store, or you're interested in being a coach, right? Just figure things out and figure out what it is. Like, maybe you're going to open up a retail shop, right? Figure out how much you need to sell in order to hit those goals, because you can break it down to a daily number just like you did with income, and figure out if it's actually realistic for what you want to do. Question number 3. Does the answers to question 1 and 2 fit your lifestyle goals, right? Maybe your goal is to travel around the world, and every 2 weeks you want to be in a new place. Well, if your answer to question number 2 had something to do with like a retail shop, well, that probably doesn't fit your lifestyle goals too well. Or maybe you're a coach and you're going to be dealing with clients all the time. Well, it's going to be maybe kind of hard to deal with clients all the time if you're traveling around. So you need to basically figure out what your lifestyle goals are and what you want for your lifestyle, and make sure that the trade-off or the sacrifice from answering question 2, right, like what it is you're going to do, isn't going to burden that. So you have to find kind of a healthy balance between point number 2 and point number 3 in order to really have something really successful that's going to not only help you hit your income goals, but also suit your lifestyle. Okay, and then the final question that you need to ask yourself is, are you going to be happy doing this, right? Like, is this something, I wouldn't necessarily say that you're passionate about, that definitely helps, but are you going to be happy doing it? Like, is this something that you like doing? So for example, like if you got into local marketing, but you hated it, well, you're probably not going to be happy doing that for a long time. Or maybe you open up a bakery and you're just doing it to make money, but you don't really like baking, right? Do you see where I'm getting at? This isn't going to be something that you can build super successful if it's not something that you really like doing. So what I believe is that if you can find a balance between these 4 questions, right, and you can kind of balance each and everything, you're going to be able to build something that is going to be huge. And I basically ask myself these 4 questions at the start of every year, because I can tell you from experience that almost every year I master one thing and then I start diving into something new. And before I dive into something new, I ask myself these 4 questions, and it's allowed me to build every successful business I've had upwards into each of them doing multiple 6 figures, and in total be able to generate 7 figures in sales from basically answering these 4 questions and making sure that I really think about what I'm going to do moving forward. So I hope that this helps clear up any questions or any doubts that you may have had moving into 2017. And it really is as easy as answering those questions to be able to get and have whatever it is that you want, and pairing that with some hard work and just knowing where it is you want to go. I think you're going to be highly successful in 2017. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what your goals are. Let me know if this video helped you. And if you would, please subscribe and also hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, guys, we'll catch you in the next video. Take care.